wrong, Ollie?
What do you mean, kid?
You've been pretty quiet for a bunch of miles. You also keep looking behind us.
Not sure yet. Something back there. Maybe. Could be nothing. Better not take a chance, though.
What if it's somebody nice? Maybe they can help us find Dad.
Remember what I've been telling you, kid. People out here in these wastes would rather skin and eat you than look at you.
Golly, Ollie, I'm scared.
Put a plug in it, kid. We're making our move.
Setting the scene, a seemingly lonely road, desert dirt and rocks on either side. A pale whitish sky that reveals nothing but the stillness of the wasteland. The bright blinding sun makes the eyes narrow. The dusty hot air chokes the nose and throat, making breaths come faster. The speed of the car sucking in wind and the roar of the motor assaulting the eardrums. The driver pushes his foot hard to the floor, but discovers it is already pressed as far as it will go. The rhythmic hum of the motor matching the driver's heartbeat. Passenger and driver sharing white knuckles, one on the wheel, the other on the dashboard. The unknown menace behind them only serves to heighten these senses. Ollie flips backwards and sees it. A dark dot on the reverse horizon, matching speed, but not gaining.
We're pushing Daisy too hard, Otter, and her go juice has got to be low. We're gonna need to play a little hide and seek with this guy. Let him pass, check him out. At the next bend, look for some rocks to drop behind.
Okay, Ollie. Right there, Ollie. Right there.
Come on, kid. Let's get to those rocks.
The brothers jump from Daisy. They rush behind and up the rock formation alongside the road. Coming down the road, they spot the vehicle. It's small and van-like with a large cone object on the top. It has slowed and is ambling up the road. The van is mostly rusted, but does have what appears to be some colors, mostly a dark red. From the vehicle, a strange music emanates, getting louder as it approaches.
Not now, Otter. Cork it. Keep your head down.
The van slows to a crawl as it passes the boys. Ollie spots the driver. He's seen some strange things in this world, but the sight of this painted-faced man gives him the heebie-jeebies. The driver seems to sense the brothers' presence, but pushes slowly on. The van passes through the bend in the road, and soon the sight and the sound of it have faded. Ollie waits a few more minutes before the all clear.
Golly, Ollie, what in the world was that?
Something to stay clear of, that's for sure. Come on, let's get back to Daisy.
The boys head back down to the hot rod. Ollie does a quick check around, kicks the tires, and gives her a gentle shake. He looks at his little brother. He smiles to himself.
What are you thinking about?
Just how nice this is. You and me out here together. I've done a lot of miles, but most by myself.
Well, yeah, I told you. What's next?
Ollie motions with his head slightly to the left.
There's a trail right there. Pretty well hidden. Wouldn't have seen it if we hadn't pulled over. Big enough and smooth enough for old Daisy. I'm thinking we should head that way for a bit and see what's out there. Maybe a settlement, place to resupply. Food, water, fuel, the usual.
Whatever you say, Big O.
Ollie smiles again at his goofy brother. The boys fire up their hot rod and the car sputters a bit. Down the trail they go. A few miles down the road, however,
That's it. We're out of fuel, Otter.
Did we use up the reserves, Ollie? We had plenty when we left that last town.
Yeah, that was miles back, Otter. We've been pushing this girl just too hard.
the boys hop out and Ollie takes a long look around their surroundings while Otter fidgets with the trunk lid.
There's gotta be something here, Ollie. Maybe a spare can or something.
Easy, kid. We used up all we had. We're stranded, Otter. Just face it.
What do we do now?
Well, that's easy, Otter. We walk.
Walk? Well, where are we? We can't make it on foot.
Not much of a choice, brother. We'll have to find fuel one way or the other. Not to mention stocking up on food and water wouldn't hurt. Which reminds me, let's grab what we can carry, then we'll cover up Daisy best we can. Hate to lose you to some lucky scavenger.
Think maybe we'll stumble upon a settlement, Ollie? They might have some fuel to spare.
Don't count on it, Otter. The wasteland doesn't give out charity. But maybe we'll find a kind soul to trade with us.
Look, over there, smoke!
It could be a trap, Otter. Stay close.
What if it's not a trap, Ollie? What if it's like a miracle?
Don't believe in miracles, Otter. Believe in survival. Now get behind that rock and stay put.
What are you gonna do, Ollie? Ollie? Oh, golly.
Hello, somebody out there? It's okay. I'm no one to be afraid of.
Hey, we ran out of fuel. Do you have any to spare?
Oh, hello. Is that all? I'm afraid not, son. We're in the same boat, trying to reach the next town ourselves.
Ollie has snuck around the stranger silently and is now just a few yards behind him. The stranger is older, thin, and frail-looking. Not much of a threat to the brothers.
Who's we, stranger?
The stranger, startled at first, wheels around and smiles at Ollie.
My kid and I, we're travelers too. We don't have much, except these wide open spaces, and each other, of course.
Looks like we're all stuck out here. You've got a camp close by. I can smell the campfire.
Sure. We're just over here. Please join us.
The boys follow the stranger another 50 yards or so to the campsite. The camp is in a small wash surrounded by tall rocks and plants. The small fire is next to a makeshift tent on the far end. There is a three-wheeled cobbled-together vehicle behind the tent, a few scattered possessions, and a lone figure sitting next to the fire, small with a cloak over their head. Somewhere along the trail, Ollie has slipped away and carefully, meticulously completed a quick scout of the campsite and surrounding area before popping up on the other side of the vehicle. The person at the fire stands as the old man and Otter approach and enter the camp.
Hello, I'm Lily. This is my dad, Edwin.
Hi, I'm Otter. And that's my brother Ollie.
Otter motions his head to behind her, where Ollie is standing. Lily, who did not hear or see him, is startled, but tries not to show it.
What brings you guys out here?
Just trying to survive, like everyone else.
Yeah, and to find our dad. See, he left us a few years ago, and we haven't seen him. He needs to come home because, well, Mom died, and we have lots of brothers and sisters that need looking after, and it's his responsibility, the farm and all.
Otter, don't bore these fine people with our worries.
Well, it's nice to meet you both. We don't have much, but plenty of desert berries.
Yes, that would be great. Strength in numbers, as they say.
Oh, we do appreciate it.
The group gathers around the campfire and Lily passes each a bowl of desert berries with a smile.
This fruit?
The desert berries? Not much taste, but they are quite abundant out here in the West. Tell me about this father of yours that you're looking for. I've been out here a long time, and maybe it's possible we have crossed paths.
Not much to tell. About your age. Looks a lot like that kid over there. Just older. Goes by the name Orville. Leastwise, that's what it was in our youth.
Seems like I remember someone like that. Yes. This would be some time ago, though, boys.
Really? Where?
Well, if he's the same, this would have been 4 or 5 years ago. Further west. See, we crisscrossed east and west, only stopping for a few days here and there. I came across a man calling himself Orville. He was out of food, out of water, and out of luck. Said he had a gaggle of kids and a wife back east on the farm that grew onions. He was off trying to find something better for them all. We sort of nursed him back to health, then gave him what we could spare.
That's us, Ollie. That's all of us. You guys saw him. He's alive.
Slow down, kid. That was a long time ago. Any idea where he went? Where he was going? Anything?
Sorry, guys, I don't. Best I can recollect, he was heading further west.
Otter sighs and Ollie just nods his head.
Well, then our search continues.
Indeed. Well, I think that's it for us. Time to turn in. Tomorrow's another day, yeah?
They all say their goodnights, and for a time, Otter and Ollie sit quietly by the fire.
Ollie, she's real pretty, isn't she?
Keep her head on straight, Otter. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Don't focus on survival. Ollie, you ever, with a girl, you ever?
What? Make baskets? Make butter some bread? Blow the blanket, hornpipe, bump uglies. Ride St. George, smack an angry dragon, diddle the poochie, fadoodle, grind corn, dance the kipple, lay some pipe, hide the salami?
Yeah, like kiss a girl.
Sure, kid. Once or twice. Ain't nothing better. But listen, kid, maybe it's best not to, get our hopes up too high. You understand? There's still so much out here we don't know, and we should keep our expectations in check.
You mean about Dad?
I mean about a lot of things, kid. Look, hey, let's just get some sleep, okay? I'll keep watch for a bit, you get some shut-eye.
The next morning, Otter awakes with the bright sun beating down on him. He'd had a restless night sleeping on a bed of rocks. He yawns and stretches. Father and daughter are talking quietly and eating berries. Suddenly, with a bit of clatter, Ollie comes into camp carrying pots, pans, tubing, and other hardware.
Golly, what do you got there, Ollie?
You guys want to get out of here? You talk to me. Last night I was scouting around, found an old junkyard, and came up with an idea. Remember the still back on the farm, kid? Well, we can build another one, small and portable. Edwin, where can we find these berries you've been eating?
They grow all over out here in the West. Only abundant thing out here that we can really use.
Can you show us?
Follow me. There's a large patch over that rides there.
The four travelers head out with whatever they can to carry the berries. Suddenly, a sandstorm approaches fast.
Quick, we need to find shelter.
The storm hits hard and Lily is separated from the others. She stumbles away from them and trips.
Dad! I can't see anything!
Hold on, Lily. I've got you.
Otter jumps towards her and quickly uses his body to shield Lily as the others hide behind a large boulder. Wind whips the air and sand so hard it feels like tiny needles on the skin and makes breathing incredibly difficult. After several minutes, the storm passes. They are just a few yards from each other. The group spits, shakes, wipes, and rubs dust off of hair, eyes, ears, mouth, everywhere. Lily looks at Otter.
Thanks, Otter.
I've got your back, Lily.
You're my hero, Otter.
She gives him a peck on the cheek and then turns to her father and they embrace.
Is everyone okay?
Smooth, little brother. Real smooth.
We owe you one, Otter. Thank you.
Ah, golly, it was nothing, really.
You're really brave, Otter.
They catch their breath and gather their belongings.
We should keep moving. The patch isn't too far away.
The group gets to the patch. It's a large area with viney bushes and lots of the small, odd berries. They gather what they can carry, plus a few handfuls for lunch. Then they head back to camp. Ollie and Edwin build the still as Otter and Lily continue gathering berries. Once the still is completed, they spend the next several days making batches and batches of the precious go juice. Ollie retrieves Daisy, and as they cook, he and Edwin tune and make repairs to the hot rod and the father and daughter's vehicle. It's a peaceful and quiet few days.
Hard to pack your gear, we got miles to make. Edwin, have you noticed a certain van out there? One with a cone thing on top and a man with a painted face? Plays weird music.
Yeah, run into him a few times. More like run from him a few times. Stay clear of that one. His name is Sloppy. Nothing good with that one. Goes back and forth across the waste looking for victims. If you see him, run. Hide.
Yeah, solid advice.
We could stay together, you know. Strength in numbers. I don't think the kids would mind too much.
No, I don't suppose they would. We're heading west still.
Yeah. We're heading east. Maybe we'll meet again.
About 6 days out, if you make it far enough east, look for a big sign that reads Taluska. You'll come to a fork, stay right. Along that road's a small farm with a windmill. Only one left out that way, that's our farm. Let Orla know you met us. She'll take you in, feed you. Let her know just let her know we're still here.
All right, son. All right. Lily, let's get rolling.
I guess this is where we part ways.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, Lily.
You too, Otter.
Goodbye, Lily.
The brothers watch as the father and daughter board their vehicle and with one final wave goodbye, drive out, east along the trail, kicking up dust like a smokescreen until they are out of sight.
Let's go, Otta. We got our own journey to finish.
The boys are back on the road heading west into the bright midday sun.
Keep your eyes peeled, Otter. We don't know what's out here.
Ollie, do you think Dad's okay?
I don't know, Otter, but we have to believe he's out there somewhere.
Ollie,
Yeah?
do you think we'll ever see them again?
Kid, you just gotta have hope. Once you have hope, anything is possible.
The boys hit the trail, winding and curving, kicking up a pretty good rooster tail of dust behind them. Ollie thinks the engine sounds great, humming and clicking along. Those adjustments he and Edwin made were just right. He thinks Daisy should be good for miles and miles. Otter is thinking about Lily and how nice she is. He's sitting still and quiet with his head tilted as he looks out the window, eyes fixed on the horizon. Ollie looks over at him, then back at the road. He smiles. The painted-faced clown is out there too. He spots the dust trail from a few hundred yards away. He smiles too. The old ice cream truck has been slowly circling the area like some frozen treat buzzard. He flips a switch on the dashboard and the music slowly comes to life. He reaches down next to his seat. His fingertips gently touch the handle of his weapon. A quick reassurance it's in its place. Rusted with the gore of countless victims, the long curved blade is as sharp as a razor and itching for another target. He's been out here a long time. The clown's pursuit is simple: cause mayhem, chaos, fear, and death. The clown puts the van into gear and rolls forward, slowly at first, then picking up speed, right in the direction of the dust cloud. He smiles his hideous grin and laughs.